I am holding these up so that they appear on the little thumbnail to show you that I'm doing a show and tell today for today's live. Isn't it a bit of a scorcher today here in London? That's a really Australian thing to say, I know. And normally I would never be, I come from Perth in Western Australia. Well, I come from Perth and a town called Albany down on the south coast. But if you're in Perth, you would never call 28, 29 degrees a scorcher. But in London, where there's no hint of a sea breeze, it definitely feels like it. So I'm sure everyone else is feeling, unless you're inside with the air conditioning, you might be feeling a little bit warm as well. Anyway, today I just wanted to talk about some of the unexpected benefits that we get from being on social media, particularly on LinkedIn. So I've had 2 conversations last week on LinkedIn that led to me discovering that 2 things existed that I kind of always wished existed, but didn't think they did. So the first is this. So I was in a discussion about women's clothing not having pockets. Lots of women's clothing not having pockets, and how very annoying that is, and very impractical that is. And people wonder why we carry such big bags around with us, but not having any pockets is part of the problem. And then I mentioned that the other thing about women's clothing that bothered me was the fact that a lot of clothes are made so that we cannot even dress ourselves. So you all think of, dresses, beautiful dresses that have a zip up the back, that unless there's someone else there to zip you up, then you can't leave the house, right? And I've definitely tried. And I tried by getting a safety pin and putting a ribbon on it, putting it at the bottom of the zip and pulling it up, and but then it would fall off and didn't really work properly. And I thought to myself, why don't people who make dresses like this have some sort of detachable kind of ribbon or something that you can then use to pull your dress up and then take it off once it gets to the top? And lo and behold, somebody informed me that they have such things on Amazon. So this is mine. And so it just has a little clip at the bottom, and you can attach it to your zip and you can pull it up and then put it back in your drawer, ready to perhaps unzip yourself when you come home. So such things exist. Apparently they don't work on all zips. You need to have a hole in the zip to make it work, but I don't have that many dresses, so hopefully that works for all of my dresses. And the other conversation was about a very tiny cauliflower that was sent to me from Ocado, and how challenging it was when you thought you were going to get a nice big cauliflower and you were going to make cauliflower cheese. And I mentioned that it would only be big enough to make a cauliflower cheese in one of the goo pots, the goo cheesecake glass containers that apparently all middle-class people have in their cupboards. And I am definitely an example of that. And they're very useful, little ramekin type things. And somebody said to me, you can get special lids that are designed exactly to fit on your goo ramekins on Amazon. And here is one of them. So I ordered a set of 6, and they're quite lovely, little bamboo lids, and they fit exactly. So if you're making yourself little mini cheesecakes and you want them covered up, well, you don't need to use cling film, or you want to store drawing pins in them or anything like that. So these are my 2 useful things from last week that I just thought I'd share, just in case they're useful for you. This, you search on Amazon, there's several of them, it's dress zipper helper. That's what you search for. And this, you just put lids for goo pots. I mean, I don't know why I never thought of it before, but there you are. So maybe you too will find those useful.